What went wrong with Brian Kelly?
First of all, thank you for the kind words. Pretty much everything went wrong with Brian Kelly, starting with it was a bad fit, right? He just, what seemed to work pretty well in the Midwest did not work well in the Deep South in the SEC. And I think he started out, made some bad staff hires. And then, once things kind of got rolling after, he had Jaden Daniels, that was a good addition. And he obviously won a Heisman in his second year there. But when he left, the offense wasn't great. The defense wasn't great. And if you look at the history of that program, the bar is insanely high, right? The three coaches who preceded him at LSU, Ed Orgeron, Les Miles, Nick Saban, all won national titles. And they all did so within their first 4 years on the job. Brian Kelly was actually backsliding the last couple of years. And I just think that it was a really tough sell for people like, he doesn't really fit in here. He doesn't relate well to the players. And on the field, it's kind of underwhelming. And then so he goes into the game last Saturday night. And I think people know it's a long shot for them to make the playoff. They play a very good Texas A&M team. They're leading at half. And then all of a sudden, the bottom drops out and A&M just absolutely annihilates them in the second half. And I think for the fans sitting there, they're going, this guy is not going to get us anywhere near the national title, much less even the playoff. And at that point, it was like, can we get the money to get out of there? And the story I did yesterday on The Athletic was really about how Sunday just kind of went down. Initially, they were planning on just firing the offense coordinator, Joe Sloan, yesterday. There was a meeting between Brian Kelly and the AD, Scott Woodward. Brian Kelly, anybody who's ever watched one of his games, not the most chill guy. When it got a little tense, it got worse. And then it went, as a source told me, it went bad quick. And then all of a sudden it was like, hey, can we get the money together now to get rid of this guy today? And at that point, I was told, you know what, he's probably coached his last game in Baton Rouge. And then 4 or 5 hours later, after some meetings that included the governor of Louisiana, they made the move. Brian Kelly's out.